Well, we achieved our goal tonight of getting a part of that double bye, and that was one of our goals this season, to get in the top four. Real proud of our guys. Honest did not have it tonight, didn't play physical enough, and Mango gave us a tremendous lift with a great basketball game. What a great senior night for him. Quentin Snyder, Dangadell, and Donovan Mitchell with the game on the line just came up big for us offensively, and down the stretch, we did some really good things with the game on the line defensively. I thought that was a blocked shot there. I got to watch the film to see it, see if it was. But it was excellent defense and offense when the game was on the line, and that's what you want to see.
It seemed like late you were both using defensive timeouts. What kind of things were you talking?
Well, what they were doing is they were not guarding. They were sort of playing like a triangle and two and letting the 4-5 catch the basketball. And we've got to make some moves in the lane. And we knocked over a guy one time. We took a straight-arm jump shot. And then we started moving our offense down below the foul line, and we got a lot better shots by doing that. But I can't say enough about Quentin Snyder, Donovan Mitchell, and Dangadell with the game on the line, how big they came up. And I think the schedule we have played has prepared us for these moments. I knew it was an inexperienced team, but when you play Baylor, Wichita State, a healthy Indiana, Kentucky, Purdue, the Big Ten champions, and then, of course, the ACC meat grinder, you're prepared for these moments and these big moments where you got to make the shot, and Quentin Snyder came up big as well as Donovan and Dang.
Rick, could you just elaborate a little bit on what Mango was able to give you guys tonight for high 18?
Well, we wanted to go inside tonight and move the basket. We shot the ball way too quick in the beginning, and that's why we got down and didn't even give us our rebounders a chance to rebound the ball. Then we started going inside, working it the right way, and we got a lot of good buckets. When they went zone, they didn't play to 4-5, and that's something we got to work on this week.
You mentioned the defense. What today we're looking for?
We played all man. You can't play them a matchup zone. We were very aggressive on our man. We still have a lot of work to do with Quentin Donovan getting off screens. You know, Russ and Peyton did such a fabulous job of, once they passed the screen, of getting over it without being clipped. Got to work on Donovan and Q not getting clipped. But overall, it was a good defensive performance.
Coach Mastoria had a really good game the first time around. You guys seem to really clamp down on him the second time. Anything?
Well, when you play Notre Dame, it's a personnel game. You got to take away the right hand. No question, and we gave it a few times, but you got to take away the right hand. Overall, we did a good job of, especially at the end, of switching correctly, but playing good man-to-man defense. And you can't get behind, but more important when you play a team like Notre Dame, we've been losing, like Wake Forest, because we put people to the foul line. So the numbers that you look at say, and that's why some of the numbers I don't agree with. I've said we haven't been a good defensive team, because when you put a team to the line an incredible number of times, the percentages are really much higher. So tonight, they shot 12 free throws. We were 14 for 16. We're going to have a good chance of winning when we do that.
Mango going to get his cell phone back now?
Both of those guys now, they're getting everything back, we said, till the end of the season, and they've been on curfew for the last month. So they finally get a chance to go out. They'll probably do something stupid, and they'll be suspended for the ACC tournament.
In your experience, you've been on Deng for not shooting. If he was struggling, he was 1 for 7, and he still hits with that big one. What did that do for him?
He's just, look, I'm not worried about his offense. He's got to pick up his defense. He ran into too many screens tonight, pick up his defense. You know, I was really pleased with the way Mango talked, the way Mango switched, the way Mango did things tonight, and gave us a big lift. Look, he had 18 points and 11 rebounds, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Dang's just got to get better defensively, like Q and Donovan. We still have so much room for growth. And tonight we played all man-to-man. We worked on defense all man-to-man all week, because they're a tough team to guard. They can score at all 5 positions. Colson's a terrific basketball player. And I thought we did a pretty good job on them.
Coach Snyder seemed to, in that last 5 minutes, really take it on his own to take some big shots down the stretch. Is that just him trying to step up as a leader?
I think he's got tremendous moxie. I think Q has no fear of failure, which is great. I don't think Donovan does either, and I don't think Dang does. In the beginning of the year, Dang did, and Donovan a little bit. But all three of those guys, I don't think, have fear of failure. I think they have fear when they make a defensive mistake, but I don't think they have any fear on offense, which is what you want to see.
Is it a little comforting, Rick, and that may not even be the right word, that you have three guys that aren't afraid to step up down the stretch in a tight game when you need?
Yeah, I think our schedule this year has been a meat grinder. It really has been, and I think it's helped us evolve. You know, I was hoping that it would end this way. I was really hoping. I was hoping that I didn't bury them mentally or physically. I was hoping that we could. I didn't expect to have this type of record. I didn't expect to be 24-7. I was hoping to be, 22-9, 21-10, something like that, with this type of schedule. But they got through it. They did a great job, and it's made us a much better basketball team because of it.
Going into the postseason, do you feel like you're about as good as you could look?
If we don't win it, Russ, I'll be shocked. I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. I know they're going to give me great effort. I know they're going to try their best, and anything can happen. The thing I've noticed always in my life, in every run to the Roses, so to speak, to the Final Four, it's always guys that you don't expect that stick out. In 1987 in Freedom Hall, it's Billy Donovan and Delray Brooks were taken out of the game by Georgetown, and it was Darrell Wright, our seventh man, who became the MVP. We don't go to the championship game unless Tim Henderson hits those shots against Wichita State. It's always the unexpected guy because everybody's scouting is to stop the better players. So it was a big lift tonight for Mango to come on. So that gives you four weapons. We got to get Ray tougher. He coughed the ball up too much. And that's something we'll work on this week.
Mike Ray said he was a little worried about all these Southerners going to Brooklyn for the first time. Any tips for ACC?
Well, we're in the Big East. Mike must love the social life at South Bend because he came in here Sunday night. Last Sunday. And he's going from here to Brooklyn. So Mike's fond of the nightlife in the restaurants in South Bend. Now, Mike's one of the great guys in the game. He played for me as a camper, was a terrific young player, and just a great guy because he enjoys coaching so much, has great passion, has a lot of fun. He has much more fun during the game than I do.
Does that add anything for you, though, with the tournament in Brooklyn, you're not getting ignored?
In what regard?
You're looking forward to it more than you would Louisville somewhere. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I like it better in Greensboro. Well, I can understand people. No, I think it's, for me, obviously, being a New Yorker and going back to Barclays Center, I'm curious to see how it turns out. Our fans, we started going maybe with 50 to 100 fans in the Big East. We ended up getting 1,500 people there. So New York's the greatest city in the world. Best restaurants, best theater, best opera, best social life. It's just an awesome place. I've lived there for a long, long time and still live there. Well, my wife lives there more than I do. No, we're not split up, but she loves going back to New York. She loves going back to New York. We've had a residence there since my New York days, and it's a special place. New York is the greatest place to visit if you're a non-New Yorker. If you're a New Yorker, it's great because they're not unlike you sick people. They don't take sports real serious. They don't. It's not their life or their religion. If the Giants lose, they immediately switch and pay attention to something else. There's no senior nights like Louisville or Kentucky or Kansas, and it's really, really special how the people care. Senior nights are something really special here because the fans care so much for the players, and that doesn't happen in many places. It's probably less than 5 that you see this. And these guys are very, very lucky. I told them before the game, you're never going to experience, some of you guys may play in the NBA, but you'll never experience the love that you get from our fans. And as a coach, it's the same way. When I leave and pack it in and move on, I'm just going to remember how special it was coaching at this place because it's really a special feeling, and I'm so happy for our seniors, so happy for Mango that he went out like that. And now we'll just keep improving, keep getting better. This is a team that can accomplish anything because of their attitude, and we'll see what happens in the tournament. We'd like to play some of the teams that beat us. We don't. Do we have any idea how to? No. Too many options. You'll know way before him anyway, so it's, any other questions? Thanks for a great season, and we hope to see you in Brooklyn. If you get in any trouble at all, Kenny will give you my cell phone. I'll get you out of trouble. Take care.